Getting started in real estate, a beginner's guide. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Real Assets Arcade. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the community. Today, we're diving into something exciting, how to start in real estate today. A beginner's guide to wealth. Real estate is one of the most powerful ways to build long-term wealth, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can get started no matter your budget or experience level. So grab a notebook and let's dive in. Before we jump into the how-to, let's talk about why real estate should be on your radar in the first place. See, a lot of people think real estate is just about buying and selling houses. But it's so much bigger than that. It's about building lasting wealth. And it's something that's been proven to work time and time again. First off, you've got appreciation. Over the long term, real estate tends to go up in value. Just look at historical data. Yeah, there might be dips and corrections here and there, but the overall trend is upwards. It's like riding a wave. Sure, it goes up and down, but you're still moving forward. Then there's rental income. Imagine owning a property and having someone else pay down your mortgage every single month. That's the power of rental income. It's like having a money-making machine working for you 24/7, even while you sleep. And let's not forget about the tax advantages. The government actually incentivizes real estate investment with some pretty sweet tax breaks. We're talking deductions for mortgage interest, property taxes, and even depreciation. These can save you serious money come tax season. But here's the best part, unlike stocks or bonds, real estate is a tangible asset. You can see it, you can touch it, you can even live in it. It's not some abstract number on a screen, it's a real physical asset that you have control over. Now I know what you might be thinking, Graham, this all sounds great, but real estate is risky, right? And yeah, there are risks, just like with any investment. But that's why we educate ourselves. That's why we learn the ins and outs, so we can minimize those risks and make smart, informed decisions. Because at the end of the day, real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's about building a brighter future for yourself and your family. It's about taking control of your finances and creating a legacy that will last for generations to come. So let's dive into the steps you can take to get started today. Alright, so you're fired up about real estate, that's awesome. But before you jump in head first, we need to build a solid foundation. And that foundation starts with education. Look, I get it. Reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, it might not sound as exciting as, say, touring properties, but trust me, this is the most crucial step. The more you know, the more confident you'll be, and the better decisions you'll make. First things first, you've got to get familiar with your local market. What are houses selling for in your area? What about rents? Are prices trending up, down, or sideways? Knowing your market is like knowing the playing field before you step onto it. Next up, let's talk real estate lingo. You need to understand key terms like cash flow, ROI, equity, cap rate, all that good stuff. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. There are tons of resources out there that break it down in plain English. And speaking of resources, let me give you a couple of my favorites. First up, the book that started it all for me by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a classic for a reason. It totally changed the way I think about money and investing. Another great resource is podcasts. There are so many amazing real estate podcasts out there. Find a few that resonate with you and listen to them during your commute, while you're working out, or even while you're doing the dishes. But education isn't just about books and podcasts, it's also about connecting with people who are already doing what you want to do. Attend local real estate meetups, join online forums, reach out to experienced investors. You'd be surprised how willing people are to share their knowledge. The bottom line is this: the more you learn, the more you earn. So, invest in your real estate education. It's the best investment you can make. Chapter 3. Start small. Now I know what you might be thinking. Graham, I don't have millions of dollars to invest in real estate, and guess what? You don't need it. There are plenty of ways to get started small and scale up as you gain experience and build your capital. One popular strategy is called house hacking. It's exactly what it sounds like. You buy a multi-family property, live in one unit, and rent out the others. The idea is to use the rental income to cover your mortgage and potentially even put money in your pocket. Let me give you an example. Let's say you buy a duplex for $400,000. You live in one unit and rent out the other for $2,000 per month. That's $24,000 per year in rental income, which can significantly offset your mortgage payments. Plus, you're building equity in an appreciating asset. Now maybe house hacking isn't your thing, that's totally fine. Another option is to invest in real estate investment trusts, or REITs for short. REITs are companies that own and operate income-producing real estate like shopping malls, apartments, or office buildings. The cool thing about REITs is that you can invest in them through the stock market, just like you would with any other stock. This means you don't need to buy or manage any properties yourself. It's a more passive way to get exposure to the real estate market. And if you're looking for a more entrepreneurial approach, you could try wholesaling. Wholesaling is basically finding undervalued properties, getting them under contract, and then selling those contracts to other investors for a fee. It's like being a real estate matchmaker. You're connecting motivated sellers with eager investors and pocketing a nice finder's fee in the process. And the best part, you don't need to use any of your own money to do it. The point is, there are so many ways to get started in real estate, even if you're starting small. The key is to find a strategy that aligns with your goals, your risk tolerance, and your financial situation. Chapter 4. Financing options. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room: financing. Getting the money together for your real estate investments can seem like the biggest hurdle. But, trust me, there are more options than you might think, even if you don't have a ton of cash saved up. First up, let's talk about mortgages. If you're buying a property to live in or rent out, chances are you'll need a mortgage. And the good news is, there are tons of different mortgage products out there to fit every need and budget. One popular option, especially for first-time homebuyers, is an FHA loan. FHA loans are insured by the Federal Housing Administration, which means lenders are more willing to offer them with lower down payments and more flexible credit requirements. It's a great way to get your foot in the door. But what if you don't qualify for a traditional mortgage? Don't worry, there are still options. One increasingly popular route is partnering with other investors. Pooling your resources together can give you the buying power to tackle bigger deals or get into more competitive markets. Think about it: instead of trying to save up for a $500,000 down payment on your own, you could partner with 2 other investors and each put in $167,000. That's a much more attainable goal, right? And of course, there's always the good old-fashioned method: saving aggressively. I know it's not the most glamorous option, but it's tried and true. Start by tracking your expenses, identifying areas where you can cut back, and then automatically transferring a fixed amount into a dedicated savings account each month. Remember those lattes you love so much? Well, each one is a mini investment in your future real estate empire. Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic, but you get the point. Small sacrifices can add up to big rewards down the line. The bottom line is this: financing your real estate investments doesn't have to be a deal breaker. With a little creativity and determination, you can find the right solution for your unique situation. Chapter 5. Find your first deal. Alright, you've educated yourself. You've explored different strategies and you've figured out your financing. Now comes the exciting part: finding your first real estate deal. This is where all your hard work starts to pay off. First and foremost, I highly recommend working with a local real estate agent who really knows their stuff. A good agent can be an invaluable asset. They have access to listings, they understand market trends, and they can help you negotiate the best possible price. But don't just rely on your agent to find deals for you. Be proactive. Use online platforms like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, you name it. Set up property alerts so you get notified as soon as something that fits your criteria hits the market. And here's a pro tip: don't be afraid to look beyond the perfect properties. Sometimes the best deals are the ones that need a little TLC. Cosmetic renovations can work wonders and often have a high return on investment. Another powerful strategy is networking. Attend local real estate meetups, connect with other investors online, let people know you're in the market for a deal. You never know who might have a lead on an off-market property that's perfect for you. Remember, the real estate market is all about relationships. The more people you know, the more opportunities will come your way. So get out there, shake some hands, and build those connections. And finally, be patient. Finding the right deal takes time. Don't rush into anything just because you're eager to get started. Remember, this is a long-term game. The right property will come along when the time is right. Getting into real estate might seem intimidating, but it's all about taking that first step. Educate yourself, start small, and take action. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time? Today. Start your real estate journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your biggest questions about real estate. Let's grow together.